important. As we have already discussed the commands line, that if you are using Stata, you should always start from the fixed effect first. So this is the command that we are going to use, xtreg. And always remember that this command does not work if you do not tell the Stata that you are going to use the panel statistics. So this is basically the correct sequence. Always tell Stata first that you are going to use the panel statistics. So this command should already be done before running the xtreg command. So xtreg, then you need to put your dependent variable in this data set. The dependent variable is FDI. That is foreign direct investment inflow. Then you need to put your independent variable one by one after clicking from the right side of your data set like this. Then after putting comma, you need to write FE. FE is basically the fixed effect estimation because in my command line I have mentioned here xtreg. Then you need to put a DV. Then you need to put your IVs one by one. Then you need to put FE. Uh, then you need to click on enter and it will run the fixed effect command. And there are a lot of things that you need to understand here. The overall R square is approximately 13% if we round this figure. The the R square between countries is 16% and R square within a specific country from year to year is 13%. I have told you that within means within a single country in different years. Between means between different countries or different companies if you are using a company data. And overall R square, this is the actual indication of the R square, which is approximately 13%. The next thing that you need to see is the model fitness. If this value is less than 5%, it means your model is statistically fit. So here in our case, the R square is 13% and the model is statistically fit. The next thing that we need to see here is the coefficient values and your T values and P values. If you see FDI is the dependent variable, FD is positively impacting the FDI with a significant p-value because this value should be greater than 1.96. As it is already greater than 1.96, so FD is significantly increasing FDI. How I got to know that it is increasing? Because the coefficient is positive. If coefficient is negative, then we can say it is decreasing. But if coefficient is positive, it means it is increasing. So here we can say that financial development is significantly increasing FDI in our target population. And the p-value, if you see here, p-value is less than 5%. So it is highly significant here. The next thing is uncertainty. Uncertainty is negatively impacting and it is also significant. So what we can say here that uncertainty is decreasing FDI, is significantly decreasing FDI in the target population here. The next is capital formation. If you see here, the capital formation is not significant because this value is less than 1.96 and also the p value is greater than 5%. It is approximately 42% here. So we can say that capital formation is not significant here. So what we can interpret it, we can say that capital formation is negatively impacting the FDI, but this impact is not significant at any level. Next is sustainable economic growth. It is positive and it is also significant. So we can say here that sustainable economic growth significantly increase FDI in the target company because sustainable economic growth is positive. The coefficient value is positive here. It is also significant. The p-value is less than 5%. So we can interpret here that sustainable economic growth positively increase or significantly increase the FDI in the target population. Then GDP growth rate, it is negative, but it is not significant. So we can say that GDP growth rate negatively impact the FDI, but this negative impact is not significant here at any level. Because if you see the p-value is about 67%, 68%. So it is not significant. Then GDP per capita, if you see here the value, it is also not significant here. So it is negatively impacting the FDI, but it is not significant here. Then trade openness is positive and it is weakly significant. It is close to 1.96, and if you see the p-value is greater than 5% but less than 10%. When a p-value is close to 10%, it means it is weakly significant. So we can say here that trade openness is positively impacting the FDI and it is weakly significant. Then inflation rate, if you see the inflation rate, it is not significant here. It is positively impacting, but it is not significant here. Then exchange rate, it is negatively significant. Yes, it is highly significant. So we can say that exchange rate significantly decrease FDI. So if we increase the exchange rate, it will decrease the FDI significantly. Then the real growth rate, if you see the value of real growth rate, it is not significant because t value is less than 1.96 and p value is also not significant. So there are a lot of variables which are significant. There are a lot of variables which are not significant. The next thing, if you would like to see here, this value, this is basically the F test that all ui is equal to 0. So it is significant. So what does this value mean? If you remember that I have told you about the cross-sectional effect using the document. This is the document. I have told you the cross-sectional effect. Let me show you the particular part that I was discussing so that you may clearly understand what does it mean. Uh, Here, this is basically the F test. This is the F test, which is basically used in fixed effect model. So ui that you have seen here as a part of the constant term or beta naught, if it is really impacting or it is really the part of the constant term, then in that case the F test becomes significant. It means fixed model or fixed effect model is significant here in this case. So fixed effect are tested by the F test while random effect are examined by LM test. So I will let you know how you can apply both of these things. So this is the F test. This is the F test that ui is equal to 0, and this indicates that it is not equal to 0. 0 means that there is no fixed effect in this model, while the p-value indicates that there is a fixed effect in this model. So what we have concluded here, that our fixed effect model is valid here. But we need to apply some further estimates here in order to confirm whether this assumption is really basically valid here or not. So how can we apply this? The next thing that you need to understand is you need to store your fixed effect command here. So how can we do it? We need to write estimate store fix. You need to write this in order to store these results into the memory of your Stata. So you just need to enter and you will see right here in your variable box, you see here the estimated fix command results here, and you can also verify it from your data editor, just like this. It has created a column with these values. So what is the next thing that you need to do? You need to run a random effect command. If you see the command line, you need to write xtrect, then dvs, then you need to write the ivs, and then you need to write the re. Just replace the fe with re. You need to use the same command xtrect with dv and ivs, but you need to replace the fe with re for random effect. So if you run this command, you will see r square within, r square between, and r square overall. In this case, your R square has increased. If you see the results of fixed effect, the R square within was 13%, while in random effect, the R square within is 10%. But in case of R square between, in case of fixed effect effect command, the R square between in random effect is approximately 40%. And the overall R square has also increased in fixed effect model. The overall R square was 13% approximately if we round the figure. But in this case, the R square is approximately 29%. The model is statistically fit. You need to see a lot of variables significant here. In place of T, Z is used in case of random effect models. So you can consider here the first one is significantly and positively impacting. The second one is negatively and significantly impacting. The third one is not significant. The fourth one is significant. The fifth one is not significant. Sixth one is not significant. Trade openness is significant with positive impact. Inflation rate is positive and not significant. Exchange rate negative and significant. Real growth rate is positive but not significant. So something like a similar results you have found. So what you need to do next, you need to store the estimates like we have stored in our fixed effect. So we need to use the same command, estimate store random. When you run the fix effect command, you need to write estimate store fix. When you need to write the random effect estimates to store, you need to write estimate store random. So when you have done this, the next thing you need to decide which model is really significant. So we need to run the Hausman specification test. So this test will let you know whether your fixed effect model is valid here or random effect model is valid here. So we can run Hausman fix random. So it will indicate you the results like this. If you see the p-value, it is less than 5%. So if this value is less than 5%, it means that your fixed effect model is significant here. It means you can use the fixed effect model here. So I have mentioned here, if p-value is less than 5%, H naught is rejected, use fixed effect model. But if your p-value is greater than 5%, then use LM test to decide whether you are going to use the random effect or pooled ALM. So tomorrow I will let you know the further procedure. Today you need to stick around the fixed effect and random effect for further consideration. So do you have any question, Adnan Afzal and Waqar Muhammad, regarding today's discussion, because time is going to end? So if you have any question regarding today's discussion, please let me know. I will share this document with you, so don't worry about it. Any question from Adnan Afzal, Waqar Muhammad? All right, there is no question from Adnan Afzal. Do you have any question, Waqar Muhammad? I think Bakar Muhammad also have no questions. So let's meet tomorrow with the further considerations that we are going to cover regarding LM test and random effect and pooled OLS. So thank you very much, both of you. Please see the recordings if you have joined late. See the recordings so that you can cover the remaining part. Thank you very much.